The second observation is that disconnection from Jesus leads to withering and death. John 15:6, the very next verse after the ones we read, says this: "If you do not remain in me, you're like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned." You see, disconnection from Jesus leads to withering and ultimately death. When you and I neglect our connection, joy dries up. Have you experienced that? Strength to endure kind of fades away. Our hope falters a bit. Sin more easily entangles, and then isolation happens. And when isolation happens, we become more vulnerable to the enemy's attacks. You know we have an enemy, right? 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8, Peter tells us that our enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. You know who roaring lions go after first? The weak, the disconnected, the withered, the isolated. They're the easiest to go after. Guys, we can't resist alone. We have to be connected. I keep thinking disconnection is like spiritual coasting, and there is no coasting in the Jesus-following life. It would be like getting up tomorrow to try to drive to work with your gas line disconnected, like you're not going to go where you're intending to go. Might be a bad illustration because that might be a blessing for tomorrow, but that's a different conversation. So, we check our connection, right? We talked about holy habits. Maybe another better question in this context would be like, what distracts you? What draws you away from Jesus? Is it sin? Is it habitual sin where you're like, well, I keep falling into this, so there's no way Jesus would want me. I can't come to him. Is it sin? Is it busyness? This means yes. Is it unhealthy relationships that are keeping you, drawing you away from Jesus? Here, this one that we don't, is it a whole bunch of other good things that we're doing without spending any time being in the presence of Jesus? Jesus says if you have these things that tempt you and pull you away, you got to do something radical. You got to cut them off. He says that because disconnection leads to withering and ultimately death.